everyone, and welcome to this episode of Waynesboro at Work. I'm your host, Brooke Anderson, and this is a podcast where we talk to entrepreneurs and business leaders in Waynesboro, Virginia, to learn more about the origin stories of their business, the passion they have for their work, and a little bit of everything in between. I'm really excited to be joined today by Zanny Bandy, who is the Director of Member Experience at Orchard Creek Country Club. Zanny, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so it's kind of indicative in the name, but for people that don't know what all is happening over at Orchard Creek Country Club, fill us in on what's going on over there.
We have lots of fun stuff happening every day. Aside from golf, we also have our aquatics program, which we're running an aerobics, water aerobics program and swim lessons in conjunction with social events and activities that are happening in our restaurant and our event space. So we are very, very busy every day, just helping people make memories and enjoy their time here in Waynesboro.
Nice. And I have to say, I have personally been there, eaten in your restaurant, and it is a really fun and beautiful space with lots of things going on. So definitely, if you have not been yet, check that out. Now, your title says Director of Member Experience. So tell me a little bit more about what you do in your role there at Orchard Creek.
So I like to say that I'm in charge of all of the fun.
Oh, nice.
Candy Comer is in charge of golf, and then I get to do all the other fun things. So I put together events for our members, whether it's private events or social club events. And we will do things like lawn parties and Christmas with brunch with Santa and great fun times out at the pool with different DJs and artists. So I get to make all the fun happen, which is really nice. What I love to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. What a fun job. What a great job description. That sounds amazing. And I know that you have recently added some activities to kind of that front lawn area. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes. So the front lawn area is open all day, every day for members to use. It has great lawn games out there whenever the weather permits and the fire department allows. We will take out our solo stoves and you can make s'mores out there. You can play games. The kids seem to love it the most. At least mine do, because we have everything from 4-square volleyball to yard Jenga and Connect 4. But it's a great location and space for kids to just run and play. We fenced it in to kind of give parents peace of mind. We also use that area for dual purpose. So that's our big Easter egg hunt every year happens out there. And we tend to do most of our lawn parties out there.
Nice. It is a really, really beautiful space. You guys have done a really great job with that. So I heard somebody was telling me that where Orchard Creek is currently, that there actually used to be like apple orchards there, and that's how it got its name. So in a piece of breaking news for the podcast, can you confirm if that is in fact the history of your location?
That is in fact the history of our location, and our clubhouse restaurant is actually used to be the barn on that piece of property.
Nice. Okay. I didn't know about the barn part, but that is super cool. Okay, great.
Yes.
Now, I know that for the restaurant, for instance, members obviously go there. You have times where non-members can go there. But if people are interested in becoming a member at Orchard Creek, what is the process they go through?
The process is very simple. You reach out to our membership director, who is David Balzer. He will set up an interview with you that is really more you're interviewing us to find out more about our facilities. We take you on a tour and then introduce our different packages to you and help you make the best informed decision on your membership. We aren't looking to, try and sell something to people that they don't necessarily need. So we ask, what are your needs? When do you think you'd be here? And here's what we think, where you think you would best fall.
Gotcha. Okay. So super simple process. And you can visit the Orchard Creek website to learn more information about that if you're interested.
Yes.
So I want to learn a little bit more about you. Now, you are in charge of the fun, which sounds amazing. So where did your passion for the line of work that you're in, where did that come from? Were you like the kid in the neighborhood that was like organizing games for everybody? Like how did you get to
Pretty
be in
much.
this role?
Um, my most favorite job growing up was as a camp counselor, and I aspired to just kind of get that fun and passion back. That was what I loved doing the very most. I started out in hotels and casino hotels, which was a really cool way to enter the industry. Lots of on the job skills and training. And then I further pursued my hospitality management degree. But at some point, I realized that life was going to happen and that these places don't close typically. So I kind of shifted gears and went into construction, which is drastically different. And somehow found my way back here whenever I met with David and Teresa. Their passion and what they were wanting to do in the community, which was to take the space and continue to improve it and make sure that it didn't become an eyesore, but a sought out place for families, especially to be, was what drove me to be here. And it has been like being a camp counselor every single day, except that sometimes on occasion I will accidentally wait a table and I have to apologize about that in advance because I'm the last one who should be helping. I'm very clumsy. So that's how I got here. And I could not be more happy and I couldn't enjoy what we're trying to do anymore.
Nice. Yeah. It's awesome to do something for your work that doesn't, feel like work because you actually love it so much.
Right.
So you really have kind of a front row seat to a lot of what is going on in Waynesboro. Why do you think Waynesboro in particular is such a great place to do business?
I think it's a great place to do business because it's virtually an untapped market. People don't understand what's here until you really get here and you have boots on the ground. We have members who come in all the time who've moved here from Charlottesville and can't believe how they can get a lot of the same bigger city experiences, but here. Mm-hmm. So you might not have, we might not have like Phantom of the Opera, but we have an amazing time at Wayne Theater, and our community programs are just amazing. And that's why I think most businesses thrive here, is the whole entire sense of community. And everyone wants everyone to do well. There's great support amongst the business owners. And that's what I appreciate the most about this town.
Yeah, I think that's so well said. And I think you tapped on something really important, which is like for business leaders and entrepreneurs, like having that network when other people in the business industry and of course the community are like rooting for you, that just creates such a good energy to be able to, accomplish what you're setting out to do. Mm-hmm. So, the world over the past 2+ years has had this collective experience of dealing with the pandemic. So, a couple of years ago, things are going along at Orchard Creek, and then COVID-19 happens. So tell me a little bit about what happened when COVID-19 hit, how that affected Orchard Creek and just kind of that hospitality industry at large.
So we were in a very interesting position. The Galdens had just purchased the country club in January.
Okay.
And so they had just really started that, taking it off and putting into motion their plans. And honestly, David and Teresa never slowed down. I came on board in July, and immediately we were trying to determine ways that we could help people to get through the pandemic, offer them good food, a great time, safe atmosphere, and help them to feel comfortable where they were. Mm-hmm. So golf actually boomed during COVID-19 because it was something you could do alone or with your little pod. And we had huge surge in membership and people who were here far more often than they ever would have been. And with that, we added tents and outdoor dining and seating. And then we took that even further and started doing ghost kitchen concepts to do DoorDash, to get our food in people's mouths and to get them to start to realize and understand that we were here and we're going to be here and we're part of the community. Nice. And we were here to support the community. And that was very well received. And we really never actually slowed down, which I love. Now, year over year, it's been a learning experience because each year has held its own new. So like this year, we have basically nothing as far as regulations and guidelines. But going into last year, we still had a lot of things we had to manage. Right. And we were able to do that. But we've also determined that we've gone as far as we are not going to be cramming as many people as we can into our dining area. We will continue to maintain space and help people to feel comfortable when they're here and offer those outdoor spaces and the fresh air. And I think that that has really helped us and helped us to grow.
Right. Yeah. I think you touched on a lot of important things there. One of which being, and I find it so interesting with businesses that I've talked to, especially in a community like Waynesboro, where what businesses did during the pandemic, not just from a business perspective, but like from a comfort perspective. Like I think a lot of people were looking for those kind of things that felt normal as it could be. And it sounds like Orchard Creek was definitely sort of a spot for that for people where, you know, for an afternoon, maybe I can just go play golf by myself, feel a little bit of normalcy, still be safe. So that's really, really cool when you were describing that piece of things. And then also just the pivoting that everybody had to do, you know, like, yes, you know, a lot of, I think, you know, like they say, necessity is the mother of invention. And it sounds like you guys implemented a lot of things that might not have been on the radar before, but actually ended up working really well.
Right. We even went as far as you had to make reservations to be at the pool. When many places just closed their pools completely, as soon as they said that we could have pools open, we opened. And we did basically like you booked a tea time and it was in 2-hour increments. We cleaned, but we haven't gone away from those practices at all, other than you no longer have to book to be there. But right. We are still cleaning everything and making sure that everyone sees that we're taking serious, that this hasn't gone away, but it is part of our normal everyday. And we're doing the best that we can do to help keep everyone safe and comfortable.
Right. And I think that's really important too, because like you said, we're not completely out of the woods yet. And it is important to kind of maintain, you know, protocols. And I can definitely say the times that I've been there, like I feel 100% safe. Like everything is super clean. Things are not overcrowded. So I think you guys have done a great job with doing that for sure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, there are a lot of people out there that are thinking about starting a business or thinking about pivoting a business, or maybe like you trying to get back to a career, which is something they really loved. Maybe they're doing something now that isn't exactly the right fit, but they're trying to get to a position they love. What advice, from all the years of experience that you have, what advice would you give people that are, you know, either starting a business or like pivoting their career?
Go with your gut.
Mm.
And that is 100%. If I hadn't listened to my gut, I would probably still be doing payroll and really not enjoying my days as much as I am now. And who in their right mind chooses to go into events and membership coordinating in the middle of a pandemic when the entire world has been shut down? And it sounded completely crazy, but if I hadn't followed my gut and followed my intuition and really believed in what we were doing here, I would have been so sad. And I'm so happy I did it.
Nice. Yes, absolutely. Like you said, sometimes there isn't like the perfect moment to do things. Like you just, like you said, follow your gut and things start to unfold for you. So that's awesome. Is there anything on the horizon that is important for our listeners or our viewers to know about Orchard Creek?
So the restaurant is open to the public, and that is very important for them to know. The restaurant, anyone who wants to come is invited as a guest of David and Teresa Golden at any time. And our members who come are still, they they are able to make reservations, and they do get a bit of a discount that's incorporated because of their membership. But honestly, we're just trying to incorporate as much of the community and invite everyone in, and not be an exclusive, stuffy country club. That's not who we are. Here you will find kids, and you will find families and young adults and young professionals, as well as some of the, original, the OGs of Waynesboro are obviously still here. But it's a great place to go for community, and it's very warm and welcoming. So it's not that old stuffy country club feel. We don't even have carpet on the floors anymore. It's we've evolved. So right. That's what I hope people take from this.
Right. It is a true place where you can go and relax and just have a good time. And like you said, not stuffy, just a great place to have some cool experiences, hang out, play golf, swim, play the games, like absolutely. Well, it's been such a pleasure to talk with you today. And if people want to learn more about Orchard Creek, where should they go to find out more information?
Well, we're on Facebook, as well as our website, which is www.orchardcreekva.com. Okay. And that has all of our up-to-date events, menus, restaurant hours, golf information, and information about Candy Comer, our pro, and all the lessons that she does. Everything is linked there.
Gotcha. Now, I do have one more burning question before I go, because I also was a camp counselor and loved it. So I am dying to know, what camp were you involved with?
Oh, I was involved. I was a 4-H'er. So I did. You too? See, yes. I love that.
Yes.
So I did 4-H camp at Kansas State with our kids every year. And then we had a different camp site area as well, that we did a full experience camp. And then when I moved, I also did that with Oklahoma. We were in Oklahoma. So I've been to like 3 or 4 different camps. And I actually came into Virginia not knowing that I would ever end up living here, and helped with a 4-H camp on the James, my senior year of high school, for about 3 weeks. Yeah.
That is amazing. Well, I was also a 4-H camp counselor at Smith Mountain Lake, and loved every minute of it. And quite honestly, I can't think of a better person to be in charge of fun as a job than a former camp counselor. So
I agree.
Thank you so much for letting us learn more about Orchard Creek, learn more about you, and thanks for all the great advice that you have for other people that are starting businesses or making career changes. It's been a pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
So anybody listening, make sure that you head over to the Visit Waynesboro YouTube channel to check out the video version of this interview. Check us out on Spotify at Waynesboro at Work. And you can also check out the blog about Zanny and Orchard Creek at the Grow Waynesboro Meet the Entrepreneurs website page. If you want to learn more about businesses in Waynesboro, check out waynesborobusiness.com or growwaynesboro.org. We have so enjoyed this interview. Everybody make sure to tune in for more. And in the meantime, stay safe and be well.